first grade. Okay, this is my math video. We are doing lesson 108 today, but we are going to start with our math meeting. And our money amount is $1.15. So you either need to count that out in change using the least amount of quarters, dimes, nickels, and pennies as you can. And then, or you can draw it out and then have your parents check it. So I'm going to give you a hint. We know that 4 quarters equals $1. So you're definitely going to use 4 quarters. And then you're going to have to go to dimes. And I know you all will do great on this. So do that for me. And then the time on your little clock that I want you to show is 6:12. And I would like for you to ask your parents if that indeed shows 6:12 when you have a moment. Okay. The next thing, as far as our counting, we are going to start at number 263. And we are going to count by twos all the way to the last box on the third row. So that would be 263, 265, 267, 269, 271. And remember, these are the odd numbers. So it's all going to end in 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. Okay, so as soon as you're done with that, and remember, you can press pause, I do believe, on this video at any point to get caught up. But as soon as you are done with that, we will start talking about lesson 108. And what Saxon wants us to talk about today and learn about is parallel lines, which is a mathematical term we use when we're dealing with shapes or we are dealing with the lines. And a parallel line is 2 line segments that always stay the same distance apart and they do not intersect. So they always stay the same distance apart and they do not intersect. So here is an example of parallel lines. And I would like for you to get a piece of paper and draw some parallel lines on that paper to make sure you understand that. If we were in class, we'd be doing this a little bit different. I would have out geo boards as well, but you all are so smart. I know you can figure this out. So do you notice how the lines are the same distance apart and they do not intersect, they do not meet? So the next thing I want you to do on a piece of paper is, or actually you can even do this on your dry erase board. I should have said that. You are welcome to do this on your dry erase board if you would like. I would like for you to draw a rectangle and I would like for you to draw a square. And you see that I have drawn a rectangle and I have drawn a square. Now let's look at the parallel lines on these 2 shapes. I'm using a pink dry erase board to show you that on the rectangle, these 2 lines are parallel. They are the same distance apart and they do not intersect. On the square, these 2 lines are parallel. They are the same distance apart and they do not intersect. Now, are there any more parallel lines? Yes, there is. I'm going to use a red marker. And I am going to circle the parallel lines on the shape that were left. So this line and this line are also parallel lines with each other. They're the same distance apart and they don't intersect. The same with this line and this line. Same distance apart and don't intersect. Now I want to draw a triangle, and I'd like for you to draw a triangle as well. Are there any parallel lines in a triangle? These 2 come together, so they meet, and I should have said meet instead of intersect. They don't have to, they just cannot meet as well. So these 2 lines meet and they're not the same distance apart. They're coming together. They change. So a triangle does not have parallel lines in it. Okay. And we would practice that a little bit more in school. And if you need to work with that and make some shapes on your dry erase board, please do. So that is it for today as far as what Saxon wants you to know. They want you to learn the term parallel lines. And you can email me with any questions you might have. Another thing I want you to do before you start the lesson is I would like for you to practice counting by 25s to 400. And we do that to help us count quarters to make it into dollars. So actually start 25, 50, 75, 100, 125, 150, 175, 200, 200 and 275, 300, 300 and 400. Okay, hopefully that was just a good little reminder for you. Okay, let's look at today's math lesson. It is number 108. And you do have a math fact sheet I would like for you to try to do in 2.5 minutes to keep our speed up. You all are awesome at that. And on the actual math lesson, you all know how to do your line segments for centimeters. You can do that. And I am going to read the number problem or the word problem for you, which is number 1. And it says there are 16 markers in a package. Christina will share them equally with her cousin Michael. Show how the children will share the markers. How many markers will each child have? Okay, so we remember that when we are looking at equal groups, if the number is even, then it can be divided equally, right? And this number, 16, is even, so it can be divided equally. So go back and think of the doubles math fact that equals 16. And that would be 8 plus 8 equals 16. So you will draw 8 on the Christina side, 8 on the Michael side, and then you will answer the question. Okay. Going down, number 2 is a review on drawing coins and then writing the amounts. Have your parents check that you have done that correctly. Number 3, what is the perimeter of this shape? And the perimeter is the distance around a shape, if you remember. So each side has the inches there for you, and you are to do a number sentence and then add it together and get the perimeter. Okay, the rest of this is something that I know you know how to do, but it is wonderful practice, and I would like for you to do it. Also, remember on the bottom, Saxon likes to mix their equations together. So it says find the answers, which means they're not all going to be the same. Some are addition, some are subtraction. Some have the cent sign, which then you would need to have the cent sign on your answer, and some do not. And I would like for you to have your parents check your work on that as well. Okay? All right, kiddos. Hope you're having a great day.